Good evening. Thank you all so much for coming out to the 7th and 8th grade jazz ensemble. These young musicians have been working very hard since they've chosen their instruments, and they're going to showcase that for you today. So without further ado, we are going to have Mr. Springstead and the 7th and 8th grade jazz ensemble.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much. This is the Dake Jazz Ensemble. This is our first performance of the year. We're going to start with a swing tune called Down Home Blues. It's going to feature Quincy Dwyer on tenor saxophone and Stephen Weber on trombone. We hope you enjoy it. next tune we're going to do is called Hey Elephant. It's a funk rock tune. It's going to feature Mila Malai on alto sax, Emily Stahl on bari sax. Thank you very much. We're going to cool things down just a little bit for a tune based on the same chords that you hear in the famous standard Autumn Leaves, but the composer has kept the chords, come up with a new melody, and has called it All Dem Leaves. So maybe you'll be able to kind of pick up if you know this tune a little bit. This will feature Melly Stahl again on bari sax. And here to conduct this piece is a gentleman who's been working with me as a student teacher for the past 5 weeks. He's a terrific young man he was going to the Buffalo area, but he's a student at the Eastwood School of Music, and he's been doing a really great job both with this group and with the 8th grade band, and also with the high school ensemble. And so I hope you'll join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Adrian Whitmer. So before we go any further, would you please join me in thanking a person who is incredibly important to our department in so many different ways and helps us out in a pinch all of the time. Terrific pianist and so many different capacities here in the district, Mr. Bob Deach. Thank you. We're going to play a tune called Pass the Hot Sauce. This one is a Latin tune. Right after that, just want to let you know, we're going to have our yearbook photo taken right on stage. So we will stay put for a second and kind of stare awkwardly up at the balcony after we're done playing, so we can have that. You'll see that a couple more times tonight, but it's one of the best ways for us to get everybody looking smart and having everybody here together. So if you'll give us a chance to do that after we're done playing, we would be grateful. This tune is going to feature 4 soloists. We've got Noah Sax on trumpet, Declan Wheelahan on trombone, Quincy Dwyer on tenor sax, and Stephen Weber on trombone. We hope you can stick around for the rest of the program. The 7th and 8th grade bands have worked really, really hard. We'd love to see a nice full audience, and we've got lots of great music to come. So thank you. Enjoy Pass the Hot Sauce.
great year so far. Really fine teaching that was happening down at the 6th grade level. So I think Mrs. Britt and Mrs. Doy are here. If they could please give a little stand up and get recognized for their work. Yep, I think they're here in the audience. Thank you so much. So nice to have a great colleagues that are working 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. We work very close as a team. Also, Mr. Springstead and I coming up into Dake and then the high school. So you can hear the great work, the great teaching that was happening before, and I'm just having a great time working with them. We're really working on just fine-tuning things, playing a more balanced sensitivity, and those kind of things. And you heard the great jazz band. You're going to hear the 7th grade band now, and then you'll hear the growth that's happening in the 8th grade as well, just in a few minutes. So that was a tune called Baby March, and it has a key change in it, had a trio section, and we're just really working on dynamics and contrast in that. The next tune is called Spirit of the Wolf, and I want to read just a little bit what the composer wrote about this piece here. So traditionally in many Native American societies, the wolf was associated with hunters and warriors. Often a wolf dance was performed as warriors gathering in their last public appearance before leaving the village. The dancers, imitating movements of the wolf, asked the wolf to share the predatory skills with the warriors. Singing and drumming were often at the heart of the Native American songs and dances, and other instruments such as the flute and various shakers and rattles were also included in their songs and chants. These instruments were made locally with found materials including animal hides, gourds, turtle shells, sticks, and hollowed out logs. Spirit of the Wolf was written to invoke these Native American imageries, traditions, and sounds. So without further ado, we're going to feature our flute section here at the beginning and some unique percussion instruments. We have a very fantastic percussion section, and thought it would be good to feature them also in this piece. So this is Spirit of the Wolf. Our next programmatic tune is called Dancing the Skies, and I chose this tune kind of thinking about all the beautiful skies that we've been seeing around Rochester recently. I don't know if you've looked out in the morning sunsets that were happening a few months ago, and then all the auroras and all the different things that's happening in the sky. So we talked about that and what it looks like in music of representing what the skies maybe look like with different colors and different things. And we're really focusing on accents, articulation, and you're going to hear some wind blowing and some like unique kind of sounds happening. So again, this is Dancing the Skies. Yep, thank you. And our last tune is called Flash. Hope you enjoyed our portion of the program, and just stick around for a little longer. We're going to have the 7th grade come and listen to the 8th grade band and enjoy your winter season. Lots of different concerts and different things going on here in West Roanoke. What a great place to work and live. And thank you so much for your support. So our last tune is Flash.
8th grade band, I should say, and I've been working with these guys since last year, and I've been very, very proud of their progress just in a short period of time, and we've got an exciting program for you. The first piece we're going to do is called El Manto Dorado, which is a paso doble. It's a Spanish march. So if you think of American marches that you might hear at patriotic events, it's a little bit slower tempo than some of those, but I think you'll definitely feel that this is a march. One of the other features of paso dobles is they tend to start in minor keys rather than major keys, if you're familiar with that. But we've been working hard on this piece, and it's challenged just a little bit. So we hope you enjoy it. This is El Manto Dorado. The next piece we're going to do is called Legend of the Hanjo. And the Hanjo, in this case, is a very, very special sword that was made hundreds and hundreds of years ago in Japan. And the idea of this piece is that it kind of symbolizes the journey it has taken from ancient times up to the present day. It was said to, the Hanjo was said to have represented a certain shogunate in Japan and was passed from one shogun to another through the centuries until it was given up with the Japanese surrender at the end of World War II. It's a very dramatic, kind of epic sounding piece, and it's a piece that shows off our range and our ability to kind of play with that kind of power of sound. So we hope you enjoy it, and here to conduct it once more, please welcome to the stage Mr. Adrian Whitmer. Our next piece you might recognize. This is around quite frequently during the holiday time. This is taken from Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker. Maybe some of you saw the performance with the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra last month around Thanksgiving time downtown. You might recognize this tune. And this is going to feature several of our percussionists on the keyboard instruments performing a good portion of the melody of this piece. So we hope you enjoy it. Very much. It's the time of year where we just need to offer some thanks, not only to all of the people that we recognize in the program, from the administration and the school board. We're always grateful for their support, but there are some unsung heroes that happen during concert time, and that are the custodians here at the high school. They put on and help us set up for and tear down many performances throughout November and December, and we just could not be able to do all the other things that we do associated with our job without their help, and they're taking up part of their time and what they're supposed to do to keep the building running and looking great to help us get these concerts ready. So would you join me in thanking our custodians for this? There are many concerts coming up later this month and really throughout the rest of the year. It's almost nonstop. Something is going on in here, whether it's part of the performing arts department and different plays and musicals or concerts throughout the entire district. So please stay in touch with the website, and we'd love to see you here for as many as you'd like to join us for. And thank you all very much for your support of the people you've seen on stage today and for being such a wonderful audience tonight. Our last piece is called Emblazoned. There's not a lot of program notes for this, but Emblazoned kind of suggests kind of something fiery, but also something kind of leaving a mark, leaving an indelible mark on somebody's spirit. And that's kind of, I think, what you'll see in this particular piece by Brian Belmages. So this is called Emblazoned. Thank you all very much, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday season.